Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Introduction to Couple and Family Therapy. I would like to introduce you to our course via the ICON website. This is hosted with the Canvas platform, and it's pretty easy to navigate. If you ever have any trouble, you can YouTube how to navigate Canvas, or sometimes you can find links on how to work ICON. I'll say more about that on the syllabus in just a moment. But at first, I just want to say that this is the home screen, and this is going to help you navigate the course successfully throughout the semester. Here are where announcements will be posted. These are some examples. Here's a welcome. Here's an update about something that was changed on the syllabus. Here's a quiz. These will be where messages to the entire class will go. So I wanted to point you to these buttons here. They are going to help you navigate the course, especially in the beginning, but throughout the entire semester, hopefully. So here's where you're going to access modules. All of the units in this course are going to be broken up into different modules by units, and they're going to be listed by week. So if we click on this, it's going to take you and show you Unit 1. You can click on this to see the instructions and the content for Unit 1. For example, it would be watching a welcome video that I'm creating right now. And then it would be reading chapters 1 and 2 of your textbook and watching the lecture on the history of MFT and systems theory below. You should know that in terms of accessibility issues, these recordings are made with Panopto, which works better on Chrome. Sometimes it can work in Safari, but it's trickier. So I would recommend downloading either Chrome or maybe Firefox and check your tech settings for your course. I'll show you where you can do that in just a moment. You would take a quiz over week 1 material as well, and that's where you would find it in these unit modules. So going back to the home page, here's where you can view your course syllabus. Here's where you can email me. You can click this and it'll send me a message. You can also find my email in the syllabus, which I'll highlight in just a moment. Let's go back. Here you are going to have online exams or the option to take the exam at a proctored test center. This is a really neat thing I think about the class that gives people the option to choose how they feel like they would best take the exam and how they feel like they would best perform. So if you click on this, it will take you to the module about the exams. Here's the information where you can access about Iowa City test centers and scheduling them with the proctor service. This will be, I think this will take you to the contact information. Here are some questions about Proctorio. Proctorio is really neat because you can stay wherever you want. Off-site location, you don't have to be in Iowa City, and you can use your computer to take the exam. And I'll be talking a little bit more about that later in another video. So if you need to learn how to take your exam, here are all the places. I think it's kind of nice that you can choose whether you want to take it in person or whether you want to take it online. There will be 2 exams, which I will highlight when we get to the syllabus. This is a nice feature of taking an online course because I think that we lose a little bit of contact when we don't see each other every week. And so there might be things that come up that if one person would ask in class, I would announce to the whole class, but sometimes that doesn't happen with an online course. But if you think that there's a question that you have that might also apply to other people, click here and it'll give you a couple FAQs for the course. And then you can ask a question below if you have a question about something that you think would apply to everyone in the course. So for instance, this is an example question from a student, which I can then reply to, and then it will notify the whole class that I've applied to their frequently asked questions, so it can answer some common confusions if there's anything missing or unclear on the syllabus. Here, of course, is where you can check your grades. Also, to note, you can access your modules, your syllabus, your grades, all these other kinds of things over here on these tabs. And also, ICON shows you your due dates that are coming up and what's left to do for you. So I want to click on the syllabus really quickly because, oh, it downloaded it for me. Let's see if we can get it in the modules. Oh, one more thing I want to highlight about the home screen is when you log on for the first time, I would like you to go to the Getting Started module. Here are your first steps when you get to the course. So step 1, go to the Getting Started module. Step 2, read the syllabus. And step 3, adjust your notification settings so that you're sure that you're getting notified when I email the class or when I make an announcement on the Ask Questions page. So that link will take you to the Getting Started module. Here are going to be your first steps for the course. This is a little bit about me if you want to know. The course technical requirements are really important in this class because I interact with you through the computer. So we want to make sure that you optimize your technical specifications for your computer so that you can be best equipped for succeeding in this class. Please reference these resources if you're having any difficulty with any of the tech. This is something that is also helpful to an online course, how to view my feedback. If you're unsure about how to use Canvas or how to use Icon, I will be giving you feedback on your papers and your quizzes and your discussion forums through Icon. Here is again another link to the FAQs. Here is something that I like to do because this is an online course. I like students to introduce themselves. So if you go to this forum, I can show you in another video, I'm going to ask you to be creative with how you post in your forum. So I'm going to upload another video on how to use the forums to be creative in terms of using video, using links to things, using memes. So I'm going to upload another post about how we can use the discussion forum to be the most interactive on an online class. Because sometimes I know discussion posts and required discussion posts and replies to them can get sometimes monotonous. So I'm going to be recording a different video about how to spice some of that up, make it more interesting, and make it more useful and memorable to you, hopefully. So let's quickly click on the syllabus because I want to highlight just a couple things before we end this video. This is all of my contact information, so you can get a hold of me at email. I don't have any set office hours, but I can do them via Zoom, which is a platform that I'll be showing you how to use in a different video a little bit later. Or you can come by my office if we set up a time. Your required text is the second edition of an Introduction to Marriage and Family Therapy. It's important that you have the second edition. There are new things in the second edition that are not in the first that you will be tested on. I'm going to be showing you a little bit later about some features of the online e-textbook too. So you can get it in e-textbook form, you can get it from one of the bookshops, you can get it from Amazon. They cost all sorts of different prices, but I think it runs from about $30 to $70. This is the end of our brief introduction video. And for now, I hope that you enjoy playing with the getting started modules. I hope you enjoy looking at the syllabus, getting your text, getting ready for this course. Thanks.